Hello, you're on Open Studio and watching Balance and Bounce today. My name is Cindy Pavasic, and today the topic of our talk is HIV and AIDS helping hands. And I have Yabonga with me today. My name is Cindy Pavasic, and Patronia is representing Yabonga today. Yabonga, and let me say Patronia, welcome to Open Studio. I'm so excited to have you here because I know there's a lot of projects that you get involved in. And if you'd like to just give me a little bit of a background about Yabonga and what your role is that you play in it.
Okay, Yabonga is founded by Ufarubsin and Uzel in 1998, and their motives was to empower the families that are living with HIV and infected and affected with HIV and AIDS in the community.
Wow, that's been quite a long time that has been going on.
Yeah.
And tell me, how many projects are there? From what I understand, there are projects that are related to children, the youth, and to adults. What do those comprise of?
We have many projects that we are running. We have OVC program where the children go to school and come in the afternoon to
Aftercare.
Come in the afternoon to attend our programs.
Okay.
Where we have we have them from Monday to Friday in the afternoons. On Mondays we have a support group with them, and on Tuesday we have a health education. And on Wednesday we have life skill, and on Thursday we have academic support, and Fridays we have sports.
Okay, so all the children that are there are HIV positive, or they are not all positive, but they're children of people that are HIV positive?
Is the vulnerable children, is an orphan, is the children are infected and affected with HIV and AIDS.
So they're not all HIV positive as well.
They are not all HIV.
Oh, so that's an awesome project that you've got
Yeah.
going. And then when it comes to the youth, the teenagers, I'm assuming you have a certain age there, 12 to a certain age, that you have another project for?
Yes, our children start at 6 years to 16 years old.
Okay.
Yes, then we have the youth that is 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what have you got in place for the 17-year-olds?
The 17-year-olds, we are running two mini project that we are having with them, and we run the project we through their ages. We don't do the same activities.
So it's more going into the high school life skills for older children.
For older children.
Okay, so you're preparing them for going into the big
because,
wide world.
Yeah, because the older ones like to explore things.
Yes.
So we have some different programs for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suited to their ages.
Yeah.
And I know, but how many staff members are on the payroll, for want of a better word, of Yabonga?
We have plus minus 130.
That's a lot of people.
Staff members, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And we get them through the project that we are running there at Yabonga.
Okay.
As I said, we have many programs that we're doing.
And I see there's quite a lot of support from outside, outside of South Africa.
Yeah.
But inside of South Africa, do you get a lot of support from local people, local companies to support Yabonga?
I think so. Not that I'm not sure of, but
Okay,
I think so. We have.
So a lot of your support and funding comes from out of the country.
Yes.
Which is
Yes, we
absolutely
do.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And what sort of support do the employees get? Because I mean that must be quite a strain on their personal lives and their emotions.
Yeah.
So is there any sort of support that the employees themselves get?
Yes, we have counseling.
Okay.
Because we have social workers too.
Okay.
That are there at Yabonga. Then we get counseling. We have a personal debriefing, maybe twice a month.
Okay.
So where we can go and offload, because we are dealing with different children from different backgrounds.
Communities, okay.
Yes. So when we have that heaviness in ours, then we have to go to deeper thing. Yeah.
And tell me the volunteers and the staff, are any of them taken from the communities that are HIV positive? Are they HIV positive volunteers? Are they HIV positive employees? Do they make use of the community people to do the work?
All the stuff that we have in Yabonga, we take them through our community.
Okay.
Because we are doing awarenesses in the community, we are doing education in the clinics, we are doing, yes, we are doing education in the clinics, we are doing childcare forums, we are doing community dialogues.
Okay.
So we have all the people we have, and we have the program called Sectors of Support, where we train them.
Okay, so you put the people that you've trained back into the community.
Yes, if we have the vacancies, then it is the first people they know that we have vacancies. They're paying because they come to our programs and we train them through Sectors of Support. Then they have that opportunity.
So you have satellite offices in the communities? Is that how it works?
Yeah, we have satellite.
Yeah, it's little branches.
Yes, and we have legal branches
in the communities.
In the communities,
okay,
yes.
So, oh wow.
Yes, we have youth center in Makaza. We have we are a center where I am a supervisor, and we have Mfuleni Center. We have Crossroads Center. We have Nyanga. We have Veltefreden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's quite a lot going on, and but the main branch is in the southern suburbs.
Yeah, is only the offices that there in
So-
the one big office.
So no schools, children go there, because I've ridden past places that I thought was part of Yabonga, and I thought that I saw children going there in the suburbs.
No, we only all have respite center. There,
okay.
it is not in Wynberg. It is there in
Plumstead.
Plumstead. Yeah.
Aha, that's where I've seen it.
The children that we work with is the children that in our schools, that in our locations in the community.
All right, we've got to go back to an ad break. We'll be back in a minute to speak more to Patronia. We are back. As I said earlier, Yabonga is with us today. Patronia is representing them, and my name is Cindy Pavasic. You're on Open Studio, and let's get back to the good work that Yabonga is doing.
Yeah.
People don't hear much about that, do they? How do you go about marketing and getting the name of Yabonga out there so that you can get awareness to the people in the community? How do people in the community become aware of Yabonga?
Like I said, we are doing awarenesses every month. Every month we go to the community and do awarenesses.
Apart from the rural areas,
Okay.
do you do it in the suburbs and in bigger areas for people to become aware? Not necessarily just the people that you are supporting, but that the people in larger communities that are aware of the work that Yabonga is doing.
Yeah, I believe we have the lady that doing marketing. Then she's been coming here in the Cape Town TV to do the marketing and go to the radio stations to do the marketing.
And then obviously you're on social media.
Yes, we have also a social media because we have our Facebook page.
And when it comes to events and that sort of thing, and it's not necessarily about fundraising, but why I'm speaking from that point of view is because as a person that lives in the suburbs, if it hadn't been for the fact that I drove past your building, I wouldn't have known about you. But for me, I'm also living with HIV. To know that there is something out there for people to give back from the suburbs. Somebody from the suburbs wants to get involved in volunteering. How does one go about getting involved? I know you've got 130 people already, but I mean, you can never have enough people, I'm sure.
I think so. You never have enough people. But I think a person can just go to the offices and ask them.
Okay.
At Wynberg offices, just to ask how to volunteer.
I saw that you were in Wynberg on the corner opposite the mall.
Mr. Mondridge,
Are you still there?
Yes, we're still there.
Oh, okay, because I'd heard that it had closed down. So that's my perception. So I wonder how many other people, because I'd been speaking to people and those other people said to me, no, that office is closed down.
No, it is not closed out now, but they
Okay.
are moving to Plumstead, to the new offices.
Okay.
The one that is one back is closing down.
Okay.
Then we are moving to the offices
Okay.
there in Plumstead. Then all other staff are moving to Makaza Youth Center.
Okay, and where's that?
They in Makaza, Kailicha.
Oh, in Khayelitsha.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to explain to me. I don't know where these things
yeah.
are. I've only been here a couple of years.
Like Respite Center, we used to have a Respite Center in Plumstead.
Okay.
Now Respite Center is going to Makaza.
Okay.
And nutrition used to be in Weinberg.
Ah,
now is going to Makaza Center.
Okay, talking about the nutrition, I
Yes.
understand that the gardens have been closed down because of the water situation we have
Yeah.
here. What are you implementing or putting in place for the gardens to start up again? Because that must be quite a loss.
Yes, it's quite a loss.
Yeah,
Because
lost
now
all that food.
Yes, we used to
You
have our
feed-
own garden.
Yes.
We planted, the garden was there in Weinberg. We used to have our own garden. But I believe as the time goes on, we have our own garden in Makaza.
Okay. So they are starting it up again.
Yes, I think so.
And
Yes.
from that, do you try to encourage people to, I know the space isn't very big,
Yeah.
but at their homes, rather than planting a bit of grass or something,
Yeah.
to plant their own plants at home?
Yes, we do encourage people to plant their own garden because not everybody is working in our community. Then we encourage people to at least have something in your backyard.
Yeah,
Because everybody have that little space in the backyard to do something.
Yeah,
with
so you
their
might
own.
as well use it.
Then you can't go sleep without food.
Yeah.
If you have that little something, and many people are taking treatment. So they have to have something in their stomach before they take treatment.
yeah, for sure.
So everybody, we encourage people to do something with
For
their own
themselves,
heads for
yeah.
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's extremely good. I
Yeah.
always believe as well, they're planting all these lovely shaded trees around the suburbs in Cape Town and what have you. And why are they not planting fruit trees rather than food trees that aren't going to feed anybody? It's a waste of shade, in my opinion. But yeah, that's wonderful that you guys are doing that.
Yeah.
Is there any particular project where the beneficiaries, once they are on their feet, because I know some people don't start medication early
Yeah.
and they lose their jobs because they're ill. Once they're back on their feet, are there any projects or ways of administration, ways of getting people back into a working environment that obviously is there for your adults?
The beneficiaries or the caregivers.
The HIV people.
Okay, the elders one.
Yes.
Okay. What we do, we most of the elders people are employed in Yabonga, but
okay.
we always encourage people to get and look for the job
Outside of that.
outside of the job, because we want people to experience other
Areas.
areas. Yes.
Okay. So it's not, you don't want them to get too comfortable in the space that they are in, rather just
Want people
get
to
more
explore,
experience.
yes. Want people to explore and have more experience.
Yeah.
And Yabonga is good and grooming people. You see, then then you can go and work anywhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Not just be
because,
stuck in the one
yeah,
space.
because we have many trainings that we are doing in Yabonga.
Yeah.
So to empower people,
Okay.
that's why we said we empower and rebuild. You see, when we rebuild and empower people.
So you teach skills.
Yes, we are teaching skills. We have trainings, many trainings that we are doing in our caregivers, in our beneficiaries, so that the people can go and stand for themselves out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into a little bit of what kind of skills do you offer skills training do you offer those people that are at Yabonga?
Okay, we have counseling skills that we are doing, and we have sectors of support where we do parenting skills. with the caregivers and how to take care
of others.
Yeah, because the way we grew up is not it is the same way that we grew our children.
Yes.
You see, so we have many skills. We have training. We have adult support group. Where they come and offload their problems. They're talking about. We give them space to talk.
Okay.
With anything that they can talk about.
Okay, we're going to get back to that shortly. We're going to an ad break again, and we'll be back with you in a moment. You are back on Open Studio with me, Cindy Pavasic, Balance and Bounce. I'm sitting with Patronia from Yabonga, and we were discussing just before the break some of the skills that Yabonga provides. A little more about that, Patronia. What else have you got? We've got carers, we've got for the elders, we've got counselling. Are there any physical skills as in engineering or mechanics, anything like that that you provide? Or do you try and place people like that in places where they can learn those skills?
No, we don't have like engineering and stuff like that, but we also have boxing there.
Oh.
Yes, we have also boxing. You have Zumba classes. We
Okay.
have marimba.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we have trainings like facilitation skills. So where people can do their own job and stand there and start talking.
Okay, so they can actually take that as a business, and become an entertainer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all know that the community has hidden talents when it comes to entertainment, dancing,
yes,
and so on, and
exactly.
music.
Yeah, that's
that
why
aren't being
sometimes we're doing education in the clinics. So we can't do education if you don't know how to facilitate.
Yes.
Yes, we have many of us are facilitating programs. You see, so that's the skills that we've been trained there in Yabonga. Yeah.
Talking about the clinics, I know from past experience there's quite a lot of discrimination going on at the clinics, as well as not very polite medical staff. What has Yabonga, if anything, implemented to try and bridge those problems when it comes to the medical staff being more empathetic with people that are going to the clinics? Because I know they can be very rude.
No, we have the good partnership with the clinics, and we go there twice a week to do education. So it is very important for them to when we talk with them, you first explain to them why you here in the clinic, why you have to give them this information.
Yes.
Because when they are inside in the clinics, they get inside the room individually.
Yes.
And the nurses and doctors don't have that much time to explain everything. Yes.
Okay.
Then, but if we're there in the clinic, we stand in the reception, then we educate. We stand with HIV. HIV and AIDS is very broad. Then every day we do certain topics. Maybe we do cancer, we do drugs, everything.
TB, the works.
TB, yes. So we give them information in the clinics. Then we have to be flexible when you work with the community.
Okay. So when you're working with a community, how much information and education do you actually give to the nurses themselves, because they're losing their those skills to give sympathy and empathy to people?
Actually, they are enjoying very well.
Okay.
Our education.
Okay.
Because
So
one day, I remember one day the other nurse said that the information you have is an updated information than the information we have. Because we went to school back then.
Yes.
Now we come and work.
So they haven't been really updated with
Yes,
anything.
but the information you have as NGOs is very powerful, because it's an updated
absolutely.
information. Then when you hear in the clinic, we are even learning as the
As you
nurses,
go along.
yes, they go along. Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Because I know from my experience as well, if I don't keep myself updated, if I go out there to train or speak,
Yeah.
people expect me to know
Yeah.
about my own virus. They're far less informed, even in the medical environment and industry, than what an NGO or an activist is, because we make it our business to know, whereas they're just trying to, in such a hurry, and I can understand the frustration in the medical environment, that there's just so much that they've got to do that they haven't got the time to feel sorry for somebody.
Yeah.
I do also understand that they have group counseling in some clinics.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a very good thing? Because people are being exposed to other people that they don't want to know their status. It doesn't seem very confidential to me. Because
I think it's safe for people, because when you do that group counseling, you do in a separate room. You see,
yes,
in a private
but
place.
all of them have to go past all the other people that are at the clinic.
No, everybody's there to do their own stuff in the clinic. And since we break that stigma in our communities, everybody now is free to talk about HIV and AIDS.
So it's getting a lot better. And not in all the provinces,
Yes.
that much I will say.
Yeah.
Because I came from KZN, and
Yeah.
it's still a huge issue
Yeah.
to speak about it there. I see people in Cape Town are a lot more open to talking about
Cape
it.
Town, people are a lot more open to talk about HIV and AIDS, because there are places that like Yabonga that stand there every day in doing awareness in HIV
And talk about it as though it's nothing.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I always say HIV is like a flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just worse.
Yeah. Oh.
But it doesn't have to be. I mean, it is a manageable disease, it
people
doesn't
must
have to be.
understand it's just a disease that is like another disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to try and get them to understand that, or try to get certain communities, which I know there are different communities think different ways about it. I mean, the other day I posted something on my social media, and somebody from not local, I'll say Joburg, so we can almost compartmentalize him, was a very staunch, I say no more, person, and extremely rude about it. Obviously, I blocked him, but it's not our problem, it's their problem. And I'm like, you're there? So there is that judgment and that discrimination still going on about it. And it's very difficult if nobody's talking about it. And I feel, I don't know if you think the same way, that people living with HIV actually need to be the ones that are speaking out about it more.
Yeah. That's what
and this is what you're doing with...
Yeah, that's what we do in Yabonga. Because nobody is hiding the status there.
Yes.
Because everybody is talking about it. So how are we going to hide it if everybody is talking? Because for you to be free and to take your medicine and to get the support even in your family, because if you don't tell your family that you are HIV positive, you can't get support. Then you will hold your pills. Then you won't be free.
Yeah, thank you. That's a wonderful way to end the show on your words. And I just want to say thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure having you. And just remember, HIV is not a shame. Yeah. My name is Cindy Pavasic, and I will see you again.